Hi! We haven't done a yoga class in forever, so guess what we're gonna be doing today? I personally, and I'm only doing this personally just because I'm literally speaking to a camera, so I don't have your input. But I am having some hip issues, so I'm gonna focus on doing a lot of like hip opening stuff. So we're gonna get a larger range of motion going on in our hips. I don't know if you guys have heard any of this before, but apparently when we are feeling certain emotions, those things result in our bodies. They manifest themselves, meaning they show up in different places on our bodies. So a lot of time with like stress, for example, happens in your shoulders and in your upper back and your neck, which makes a lot of sense, right? Because I don't know about you, but when I'm stressed, I often tense up like this. And this is like the daily. I didn't expect this song to come on. Hold on, I'm gonna change it. Sorry, I don't want words right now. Sorry, hold on. Anyways, yeah, that's like the daily position. You know, I just walk around like that. And so I don't really know what it is about the hips. It could be stress related too. I don't know, but once you get yourself aligned, most of those things tend to go away. You know what I mean? Like, you know when you are like having a bad day and so you eat a bunch of sugary foods or something, and then the next day you don't feel well and you feel like you can't walk quite. I mean, you guys probably don't know this yet because I'm much older, but someday this will happen. And start to take notice too, because when you get stressed, you often engage in activities that solidify and justify that behavior, and which in result just continues those feelings, right? I did want to talk today about mistakes, because I know that that's something that, well, of course, obviously, it's something that every human being goes through in their life. And I'm almost 32 years old, and I am still making them big time. And all of my friends and people my age are as well. So it's not something that just goes away. It's something that is an opportunity for you to grow and for you to learn and become a better person, because that's what life is, right? We're just constantly trying to reiterate ourselves, which means to change ourselves, change little bits about ourselves until that bit results in an overall change that is where we want to be. So yeah, with mistakes, a lot of times we think that we're doing the right thing, or we know we're not, maybe even that, but to us it seems to fit our lifestyle, our ideas. It seems to fit that narrative that we're telling ourselves. However, there's other people in this world, right? And those people are being affected by our actions and our words and our behavior. And so that means it's not always actually correct, even if it might just be to you. And so it's really important, and it's the most difficult part about mistakes, I think, is hearing it from other people, hearing that we've been doing something wrong. Because automatically we just want to defend ourselves and be like, well, here's why, here's what I did, and this is why, and no, you're wrong. You turn the blame on the other person. No, you're wrong because you did this. And it's understandable, but like I said, the person that is receiving this mistake has a reason for approaching you and telling you what it is that they did wrong. They're not just making it up 9 times out of 10, okay? So we're just gonna go with the idea that they're not making things up and that it actually is true. And that's one of the things you have to do when you're confronted with these mistakes, is you have to actually pretend, if you don't believe it yet, pretend that this other person is right. Automatically, when you are being told that you're making a mistake, even if you don't believe it, you have to say, okay, I'm just gonna pretend that they are correct and that I know that I'm wrong, and live out of that new narrative. And so what I have done in my past, well, let's say I have a friend who recently made a mistake, and I confronted this person on the phone, and he was doing things that were not okay to me and other people. And so I had to tell him from my perspective what it is that I had felt was done wrong to me. And again, this is hard for someone to hear. And automatically he's just coming back with, well, no, it's like whatever. He deflected, meaning he said it's whatever. He just pretended it wasn't a big deal. And then it was like, well, you did this. And so then he switched the blame and redirected his anger at me. But ultimately what I've done in these situations, because I made a similar mistake and people were coming at me, I lived with the idea that, okay, they're right, and I did something wrong no matter what. And so all you can do in that situation is apologize, right? Apologize, but mean it. You can't just say, oh, well, I'm sorry that you're hurt. That doesn't mean anything. I'm sorry for what I did that caused you that hurt is really how it goes. And so pretending that the other person is correct, acknowledging that they are valid in what it is that they're upset about, so that you in turn can learn what it is that you've done to create this invalidation in their eyes, or this feeling of negativity in any way. And because then they feel better by you honoring their valid feelings. They feel better by you apologizing for what it is that you did that caused them this pain. And then you become a better person because you're not going to make those same mistakes. Allowing yourself to feel that pain from other people, when the guilt that comes, the guilt and the shame that comes from other people telling you what you've done wrong, will make it so that you don't want to make those same mistakes again, right? So the hardest part, like I said, is hearing that from other people's perspective that you've done something wrong when you don't want to hear it. But ultimately, it's a good thing because you're allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to learn from those things and not make those same mistakes again, because you don't want to hurt people in that same way. So just something to think about next time, you're in class and someone's calling you out, and you might even know that they're in the wrong and that you've done nothing wrong. But hearing them and allowing them and apologizing will only prove that you're a bigger person. Will only prove if you come to them and you're like, well, I still am confident in myself. I know that I didn't necessarily do anything damaging to myself or anyone else, but you feel pain right now. You feel sad, and so I'm going to take accountability for being the one that caused you this pain and try and understand what it is that I did to hurt you so that this doesn't happen again. So just try and do that next time. All right, we got words again in our music, but apparently that's just gonna happen. So anyway, so come to a comfortable seat today. Come to just crisscross legs. Spine is nice and straight, no slouching, no popping your chest out. Just nice and neutral, relax your shoulders. Maybe actually, let's go ahead and close our eyes. And inhale and roll your shoulders up towards your ears. And as you exhale, roll them down towards your back, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Again, inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, shoulders down. 2 more. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, shoulders down. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, shoulders down. Stay right there. Keep breathing. Going at your own pace, inhaling shoulders up and exhaling shoulders down at your own pace. Now go ahead and open your eyes. Whichever leg is in front, I want you to switch them. Switch to whatever leg is not normally in front. It feels really weird. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing but going forward now. So we're gonna inhale, shoulders going up. Exhale, pushing our shoulders forward and down. And as I inhale, they reach to the back, squeezing my shoulder blades together. Inhale, draw them all the way up towards your ears. Exhale, release forward and down. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, shoulders down. Keep going at your own pace. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and open up your eyes. Let's take a deep breath in, raise both of our arms to the sky, and drop the right hand down by your side. Inhale, reaching up, even straighter. And exhale, take all that length over to the side. Looking up under your armpit at the ceiling. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, switching hands. Inhale, reach up as high as you can. And exhale, take that length over to the side. Nice side body stretch. Inhale, coming back up. Keep that arm right there. And then just grab the outside of your left ear and pull it just slightly towards your right shoulder. And switching sides. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, pull it over just slightly, very gently. Staying with that, let's just do some slow head circles. And again, exhale as your head goes down. Inhale as you bring it back. Let's go the other way. Inhale. Just noticing any places of tension or any little snags that you might feel. Just let your head be heavy here. Go ahead and let your entire body relax. So you're curving your spine a little bit here. And then bring your hands to the back of your head and just give it a little tiny extra pressure. Just a little tiny, tiny, tiny bit. Just the weight of your hands. No pushing or pulling. And then come back up to neutral. Go ahead and uncrisscross your legs. Bring them into a butterfly. We're gonna bring our feet just comfortably. So don't worry about pulling them in, and make sure they're not out too far here. So just right in the middle, and just walk it out, go side to side, rocking on your hips. Give yourself a little butt massage. And then we'll do the same thing here. So inhaling, let's take the left arm up this time. Inhale, reach as high as you can. Exhale over to the right side. Maybe you get a little bit deeper. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, release. Inhale, right arm up, reach as high as you can. And exhale over to the left. Inhale, come back up. Go ahead and take hold of your ankles. Bring your elbows to your knees. Keeping a nice straight back. So I'm not looking down at the ground and I'm not looking up. My spine is nice and neutral. The crown of my head is going directly towards the camera. Gently pulling my feet towards my body, but they're not moving, it's just that action. I can slowly start to get a little bit deeper. And then release. This time pull your feet all the way up as close as you can, and same exact thing. So we're not gonna go down as low, and I'm grabbing onto the tops of my toes. My fingers are wrapping around my toes. And actually, instead of getting your elbows down, to keep a nice neutral spine, let's just pull our elbows towards the back of the room. And I want to think about going forward, not down. I want to go as forward as I can. Your toes forward a little bit, so a nice wide diamond. So from the side it'll be a square. And I'm gonna grab just in front of my knees. I'm gonna lean back, and then I'm gonna tuck my pelvis under, so I'm sinking my shoulders and my pelvis towards each other, making a nice round spine from the side, you see? And then I'm gonna tuck my chin and roll myself, keep it as tucked as I can all the way down like I'm a sleeping bag. Trying to get the top of my head toward my heels.
Don't be pulling. Let gravity do the work for you. Just make sure your chin is tucked. Stretching your spine. And slowly coming right back out the way you came. Bend your knees, about shoulder width apart, hip width apart, and just do some nice windshield wipers. We'll probably do a lot of these because we'll be doing a lot of, like I said, hip openers. Now keep your knees to the right. Give yourself some space and just slowly start to twist yourself around. From here, gently try to lay your chest towards the ground. See how low you can get. And then stick your arms out like a T and turn your head towards, well, this is my right hand. So I'm turning my head towards my right hand. And placing your hands under your shoulders, lift yourself up. Other side. Twist, twist, twist. Try and keep that twist as you lower. Back up to neutral, crisscross your ankles, and then just roll over them. And we'll come to our nice child's pose with our hips nice and, or our knees nice and wide. So toes together, knees wide apart, butt is down on my heels, reaching as far forward as I can. Again, finding your breath, setting your rhythm. Go ahead and walk your fingertips over to the right. And walk your fingertips over to the left. Back to center and go ahead and press up to all fours, tabletop position. You know this one, dropping the belly, inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding the spine, push the floor away. Again, drop the belly, cow pose, inhale. Exhale, cat, round the spine, tuck the pelvis. Couple more rounds on your own terms. At your own pace with your own breath. Maybe moving side to side. And then curl your toes under, lift your hips. Here's your first downward facing dog. So go ahead and pedal it out. Get nice and comfortable. And on your next inhale, raise your right toes to the sky, bend your knees, stack your hips. Wiggle around till you get nice and loose. And release, switching sides, left foot. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. One more time, inhale, send it forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, downward dog. Walk your hands back to meet your feet, grab your opposite elbows, and just hang out there for a sec. Walk your feet, toes come together to touch. Bend your right knee, place your right hand down, left arm up for a twist. Release, other side, inhale. And release, walk it back out to that plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, right toes up. Bend your knee, stack your hip. Check this out. We're gonna pivot all the way over until we can flip. Bring it back over and find your child's pose. Don't worry, we'll try it a couple more times. When you're ready, come back up to down dog. Left toes lift, bend your knee. Here we go, so put the weight into your right hand, pick up your left hand, and just take a big long step right behind you. Flip it back over, child's pose. Coming back up to your down dog. Inhale the right toes up. This time step it all the way through to a lunge. Take your hands to your thigh. Left arm down, right arm up, twist. Back to that lunge. Plant the back foot and inhale to warrior one. Exhale, open up warrior two. Flip the palm reverse. Side angle pose, elbow to knee, maybe forearm to your shin. Back up to standing straight legs, reverse triangle. And triangle pose, hips go back, reaching forward. All the way back up. Windmill the arms back down to that lunge. Right toes come up. Bend your knees, stack your hips, flip it over. Take your time. Flip it back over to a plank, chaturanga. Find your breath. Inhale, left toes up. Exhale, step it through to that lunge. Hands to your thigh. Right arm down, left arm up. Back to your lunge. Back heel spins flat, warrior one. Hips square. Open it up, warrior two. Maybe shift your feet. Flip the palm reverse. Side angle pose. Straight legs, reverse triangle. The floor is slippery, that's why I move my feet. Inhale, come back up. Triangle pose, hips back, reach, reach, reach. Windmill the arms down. Step it back, right toes up. Sorry, left toes up. Bend your knees, flip it over, take your time. Balance, if you can. And plank, chaturanga. Child's pose. Hips nice and wide, don't forget, we're still working into those hips. Find your downward dog again. Same thing we did before. Left arm down, right arm up, inhale. Plant the palm, back heel spins flat, inhale to warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, two straight legs, reversed. Exhale, triangle pose. This time, come back up to your warrior two. Straighten this leg, turn these toes in, facing each other. Flat back, all the way down. Hands to your hips, flat back all the way up. This time turn your toes out, away from each other. And it's kind of like a second position plie. Just get as low as you can. Arms come up like cactus arms, so I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together on my back. Inhale, coming back up. Straighten the legs. Spiral the arms to the back of the room this time. Taking a lunge to the back, drop the back knee. Roll to the outer edge of the left foot for crooked monkey. Stay here, maybe bend that back knee. If you have your back knee, try and kick it and open everything up. Release the arms. Back to that lunge. Plant the back foot. Coming up to warrior one. Turn the back toes in and the front toes out. Back to your warrior two to the front. Spiral the hands to the ground, chaturanga. Actually, sorry. Step the toes back, right toes up. Flip your dog. Now, plank to chaturanga. Good. Take a breath. Left side, left toes up. Step it through. Lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, straight legs, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle. Just like a dance. Inhale, warrior two. Turn these toes in, straighten the legs. Inhale, lift a little bit, and exhale, flat back all the way down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plie. Cactus arms down the back. Coming back up. Spiraling towards the back of the room to a lunge. Back knee down. Outer edge of that right foot this time. Staying here, maybe grabbing that back knee again, or back foot. And relax. Coming back up, warrior one. Switching to warrior two to the front. Palms down, left toes back up, and flip your dog. Hips up. Plank chaturanga. Child's pose. Slow your breath. Come back up to downward dog. Inhale up between your hands, come onto your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, jump between your hands. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands by your side. I'm just going to fix the camera. Same thing, inhale up. Exhale with a flat back all the way down. Inhale to a flat back here. Exhale, plant the palms. If you want to hop it back, hop into the bottom of plank. If not, step and lower slow. Up dog. Down dog. Let's try that again. Inhale, look forward, come on your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, jump. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. This time take a little back bend. And go straight back down with a flat back. Inhale up. Exhale, plant the palms. Chaturanga. One more time. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, bend. Inhale, jump. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, little back bend. And this time, hands just right by to your side. Let's take a tree pose. So turning the right toes out. Again, you can form a kickstand. You can take it to your shin. You can take it to above your knee, which I would recommend this for almost everyone, but there are a few of you that can go into a full lotus if you're really flexible. Please don't force this. Trust your body. No one's around looking at you, so if you need to take a break, do that. If not, point your toes, grab the bottom of it, place your heel right on your thigh, and let your knee drop down. And you can hold your foot here, that's fine. Balance. Shake out your ankle. Other side here, or here, or here, and all the way up. Okay, this time, feet instead of out are going to be parallel. We're just going to grab our knee. up as high as you can and as close to your body as you can. You should feel a little pinching action going on in your hip. And then with one hand, bring it out to the side. You can stretch the other one out for balance. Flex toes, pointed toes, up to you. Maybe even look off to your other hand. Now come back to center, bring it up into center again. So switching hands. So now my left arm is on my shin, my right arm is going to go to the back. And again, maybe I can take my gaze to the back. Coming back. Release. Other side. As high up as you can. Take it out to the side. Maybe change your gaze. Back to center. Switching hands. Back to center and down. All right, same thing. Do the exact same thing. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, I'll show you. Instead of taking your knee, grab the same side as your leg is. So I'm doing my right leg. My right hand is going to grab my big toes, left hand to my hip, and extend. Or you can just grab your toes too and not extend, or extend as much as you can. That's fine. Sit up nice and straight. Open it out to the side. Breathe. Back to center. Switch hands. Back to center. Release your leg and let it float there. And relax. Shake it out. Other side. Right hand to your hip. Left fingers grab your left toes. Stay here or extend. Open. Switch. Back to center. Float the leg. And relax. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Separate your feet about hips distance. Grab your big toes, both of them. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, pull your elbows out to the sides. Pull yourself towards your thighs. Tailbone towards the sky. Think about rolling into the balls of your feet. And release. This time, slide your hands underneath your feet. Stretching out those wrists. Toes all the way up to your wrists. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, elbows out to the side. And release. Walk those feet back together to touch. Give a little extra pull. And then chaturanga at your own pace. And end in child's pose. Coming back up, bring your knees together and come to sitting on your knees. Hands, fingertips facing up, come to your back. Press your hips forward, hold on, wait till your blood rushes out of your head. There you go. Hips go forward, drop your head back. Stay here, or maybe grab for your feet. Hips forward.
And slowly coming up, back down.
Take the top of your head, your forehead to your knees, and lift your hips up. Relax.
Cross your ankles, roll over them.
And let's do left foot forward, right foot in. And we'll do a gate and just a regular one, so inhale up and forward fold, just hinging at the hips. Again, think about going forward, not down. Think about getting your head towards your feet. Come back up. Now I'm gonna open and turn my body so that I'm facing the side instead of this. And this is called a gate pose. It's where we reach up and over and try and grab our foot. I don't wanna see this, okay? You have to be up and over your arms. So my head has to be all the way. If I can't grab my foot, that's okay. Try and get this arm too underneath you, or even to that foot. Come back up. Now, this leg is bent. I'm just gonna swing it around to a pigeon on the other side. Walk that foot up if you need to, if you can. And just settling in, we'll be here a couple minutes. This foot up, coming into like a lunge, back knees down, and take your elbows all the way down if you're able to. If one elbow comes down, that's fine. If neither come down and you're like this, that's totally fine. Relax. Turn it away, another crooked monkey here for the win. Hanumanasana, half split. Sorry, there's some drumming going on next door. And back up to that lunge, lift the back knee. And then just lower and switching sides. So, actually, let's do some of those windshield wipers. That's nice there. Right foot extends, left foot comes in. Facing your body towards that foot. Inhale up, exhale over. And coming back up, turning our body away. Left arm comes up and over. Right arm to that foot to meet it. See, I can't go all the way this time. And up. And swing it around, keep this knee bent. And settling in at your own pace.
back to that lizard pose. To a lunge with the back knee down, hands on the inside of the foot. Maybe your elbows come down. Like crooked monkey for the win. Such a good one. Relaxing. Let's take that butterfly again. Maybe you notice you're a little bit deeper this time than we started. And let's extend, straddle, flexing our feet, sitting up straight, reaching over to the right. Trying again for that gate pose. Making a gate, meaning we're clasping. And other side. Coming back up. Turning towards the right foot, nose to your knee. Spine, flat back. And coming back to that cross-legged position, again, we'll try a lotus. So instead of just being, you can just be here, or if you want to try a lotus, placing that foot, top of the foot on the hip area, and just you can use your palm to kind of push down a little bit. From here, grabbing that foot, cradling it like a baby. So grabbing your elbow with your foot and your elbow, and then the other elbow to the outside of the knee. You can just literally rock it around. You can stay right here if you really want to challenge. Opposite arm to the outside of the foot like that. This hand goes inside. And you can lift it to the outside of your shoulder, or if you're really ready, straighten. I am not that ready right now. So this is just fine for me. Let's switch sides. Take a nice windshield wiper. Crisscross the ankles again, roll over them. Now, turning the toes away from each other a little bit and come to sit in between your feet. If you want to place something underneath you, like some people have blocks, some people just a rolled up sweatshirt, a rolled up blanket, a pillow, just so you're lifted a little bit more if this is too difficult. If this is okay, that's great. If you can go even deeper, try and walk it back a little bit. Back a little bit. Maybe one elbow down, maybe both elbows down, maybe all the way down. And we'll slowly release that. Just take your feet out from under you. And grab your knees into your chest and give yourself a hug. Legs too, same thing. And relax again, give yourself another hug.
back, bend your knees. Fingertips should be able to touch the ends of your heels, the back of your foot, your heels. And then just go ahead and lift your hips, roll your shoulders underneath you, maybe make a fist so you can press it into the ground and get your hips up even higher. And then relax. And we'll do one more of either the same, or if you want a little bit more, bending your elbows, taking your hands by your ears and pressing all the way up. Slowly coming down. Grabbing your knees once again. Sending your legs upwards. Stay here or rock on your shoulders. Shoulder stand. Let your legs do what they want. Little playtime. Knees by your ears, and slowly roll out. Palms facing up, relax. Take a nice sigh, nice deep breath. Shavasana. And slowly rolling over to your right side. Lift yourself up, nice comfortable seat. Again, try and do the opposite leg that you usually do in the front. Sit up nice and straight. You can take your hands to prayer if that suits you. And just take a moment to notice the adjustments that you feel in your body. Your hips should feel really loosey-goosey. Your brain should too, a little bit. Might too, hopefully. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. Just noticing and try and ask yourself what those things mean. And again, try and think about what I talked about earlier about the mistakes. So not only do we accept that we've made a mistake and admit it and take accountability and apologize and swear we'll do better next time and never do make the same mistake again, hopefully. If not, we'll just do it again, try it again. But also, once we've accepted and we've decided that we won't do it again, letting go. So just like in your yoga class today, maybe you fell out of a pose. Maybe that's because you looked too soon to the other side while you were trying to switch hands. Or you got distracted by something and just totally forgot to pay attention to your balance. Now just acknowledge it. You won't do it again. You'll learn next time. And if you do it again, you'll try again next time. Iterations. That's the key word that I talked about before. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. You've done great today. I hope just by showing up at all is a great first step. So if you've made it this far, already a round of applause. I love you. I'll see you guys in a couple days. Hope you're having a great weekend. Take care of yourself and each other.